Hello everybody and welcome to round 2 for the BBB Champion Series. And after last week we saw an extraordinary race as we got underway at Austria. For round 2 this weekend on the 28th of February, we're in Montreal, Canada. The purpose-built island. It was built for the Olympics back in the 1970s. It's on the Ile Notre Dame, the circuit Gilles Villeneuve, named after the late great racing driver, the father of Jacques Villeneuve. Gilles Villeneuve sadly lost his life back at Zolder in 1982. And as a mark of respect, the circuit where he won the very first Grand Prix of his career and of the Montreal Street Circuit, as it was known in those days, back in 1978, was named after him. So, as you can see, we have got the calendar alongside us. So, let's go through it bit by bit. Last weekend, we were racing in Austria. We had a fantastic victory for the Williams team at the moment. Now, going further down, it's Canada this weekend. On the 7th of March, so 7 days' time, obviously, we have the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. Brazil is on the 14th, and on the 21st, it's Bahrain, 1 week before the Formula 1 season gets going. And then on the day the Formula 1 season gets going, join us at the same time, 10 p.m. UK, and of course 5 p.m. Eastern, we go racing in Hungary around Budapest. And going forward, we go on to Japan on the 4th of April. Love Suzuka, who doesn't? I was talking to you last weekend as well about Suzuka being a favourite track of mine in the post-race show. This is a bit of a pre-race show, so get your questions coming in as well, get all your notifications. I've literally got a monitor just below the camera here, seeing everybody joining in the chat. Hello, FSN Optic coming in with the Canadian flag. Same goes for Kibson 11. So after Hungary and Japan, we head off to China on the 11th of April. 18th of April, Belgium, and the 25th is the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. But anything can still be dropped in, races can be changed around, and even favourites going on as well. MFR Racing, come on MFR. Well, the racing is about to get underway. The drivers are just about getting ready. On the monitor, I can see they're all lining up. We've got about 6 minutes to go. Of course, let's have a look. NFL Media, come on, War X Rage. Well, we all remember what happened with War X Rage last weekend, don't we? Get in touch using the Twitch stream as well, or at me, at Joshua Birch 99 on Twitter. And use the hashtag BBB Racing as well on Twitter, and we'll get in touch and see what's going on. Thank you for the good look I've just seen there from NFL Media. Thank you. Well, good luck with your teams as well. Hopefully everyone has a good race today. Same as always, we've got the actual graphics and the introduction coming for you when we go over to the main race program. Reminder, it's qualifying, 18 minutes. With a one-shot goal, really, to get a good time in. We saw last weekend how much trouble it can be if you don't get, you're running in at the right time. You've got 3 sets of tyres, effectively, you want to use. 50% race distance as well around here of Montreal, so around about 36 laps coming up. Car performance is all set to equal. Obviously, the starting grid used as for qualifying, the safety cars are on, the collisions are on, the vehicle damage is on as well, weather set to dynamic, and parc fermé rules on is always a must because you can't be tinkering throughout the race. Corner cutting strategy, well, this was something that we saw last week, wasn't it? Everyone getting penalties. It is set to strict once again. Car setup, that's up to the drivers. You've got full reign there. Ghosting's off as well because it's not really a motor race if you can drive through people who are having bad times. We want to see crash, bang, wallop. Rules and flags, obviously, they're on full, and race starts are on as manual. So let's take a quick look then, if we can, at what's happening on the other side of the track. If we can use my fancy graphics there. There is the loading screen. Drivers starting to come on. F1 Linus at the top there in the BWT Racing Point. Chris Naruzas is in second place. Faxland for the Haas, that's a new one. A reminder as well that we've 9 leagues racing. We still have the opportunity, look, you see down here, the opportunity's way open if you're a fan and you want to get in and you think your league can be one of the best. Join us, please, because the 2 Renault seats are up for grabs. So come in. Get us a message over at Joshua Birch 99. Get in touch on the Twitch stream as well. Get everybody, come in. If you think your league's the best, come and prove it. We've got 2 seats at Renault just waiting to be filled. Seymour saying good evening, Joshua. Good evening to you. Hopefully you have a good evening and hopefully everyone's a bit warm. Josh, you legend. That's from Kimson as well. Thank you for that. Tell you what, I'm making out it's quite warm in here, but what you can't see is over here I've got a coat waiting to put on. It's absolutely freezing in my commentary box at the moment. So thank you for that. I'm a legend. I'm going to look like John Motson. If you don't know who John Motson is, he's he's not Formula 1. He's a football commentator, and he's more well known as well for wearing a big sheepskin coat back in the 1970s to keep very much warm as well. I think I'll be needing that in a few moments' time. So we are 3 minutes away. As you can see, everyone just loading up. A few internet issues. I can see Chris Narazio's looking for. He's just changed up actually. And TNE Holder M1, who was dominant, of course, last weekend, taking victory in the opening race. But he's got 2 bars of internet, and that is not good as well. And if you're wondering what platform we're on, if you can't tell by the little icons, this is running on PlayStation, on the F1 2020 game as well. So this is the PlayStation side of the leagues. Hopefully, I've been hearing a couple of rumours that the next generation of Formula 1 game is going to be cross-platform. So you can race with people on Xbox and PC as well as your PS5, which is the next generation. So fingers crossed with that, because I know you can do it with other games as well. I think Call of Duty, you can do it. I know definitely you can do it on Fortnite as well, which is popular. Do play Fortnite, but I'm absolutely terrible. I promise I'm getting better. I'm more experienced at racing cars than shooting people on Fortnite. But still, it's a lot of fun. Hopefully, get in touch in the comments as well if you're a better Fortnite player than me. Probably you are. Now, of course, we've got interviews coming up next week as well. So in the pre-show, it won't be just me talking to myself. I'll have a guest on as well on the second screen just alongside there. But the drivers, 15 of them now ready up in the lobby, just waiting to get going. So do get in touch as well. I've got my Twitter open. And who do you think is going to be the best racing league? Well, it was a tricky one last week, wasn't it? Because War X Rage had the pace early on. It came from nowhere in qualifying, took it really to them all. Our little reader was on the Ferrari, was quick in qualifying, but didn't really do well in the race. But TNE, unbelievable racing strategy for them. They got it bang, bang, bang. Bossman Pickle in the Haas car now, just readying up. I can see he's flickering on the monitor as well. Everyone getting their headphone jacks plugged in as well, so they can talk over headsets and microphones and get everything ready. Just waiting up, 2 minutes to go, less than that now. So a few of the leagues are actually, I think, joining a bit late. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Out of the 20 cars that can take part, 15 are in the lobby, 17 actually, but that's counting me, who is spectating, and the overall director of the league as well. I think you might have seen the name popping up. I just want to touch on something else as well that has just popped into my head. Did anyone yesterday see the Formula E race and how it was red flagged dramatically at the end with Alex Lynn having to be taken to hospital? And delighted to say he's okay, but the car flipped upside down and skated along with the halo in towards the barrier. And the reason I bring this up is because it was like an airplane accident, similar to what we saw with Mark Webber back in Valencia in 2010. And the reason I bring this up is just to stress again, as of course as many platforms as you can, whatever your opinions on the halo, it has proved time and time again across Formula 1, IndyCar, Formula 2. Now it's proved in Formula E. It is a lifesaver because the way the car landed, it would have been actually scraping along his helmet if the halo wasn't there, and the halo was actually dented in. So it's quite a brute force. So just getting across there, that safety is really paramount, and it's getting better all the time to make the drivers safe. So we're getting ready. Still 16 cars now getting in. So 18 of the 22 allowed in the lobby coming in. Come on, fire your questions in. I think I've got a connection issue with the chat. That's why I'm not seeing anything on the monitor in front of me. So I'll just grab it up on the phone, actually. Why not? Grab it up on the phone. Go old school. I think Jake Humphries was the first one ever presenter to bring in a phone onto a broadcast in the forum back in Australia, 2009, I want to say. I don't know. But so I've got it up on the chat screen now as well, so get your questions in. I can now actually see them for once. So before getting with an advert. Standings, yes, we'll see those in a few moments' time when we go in. They'll be in a main... This is just like a little bit of a pre-show. We've got our main introduction coming in a few moments' time with all that, with full standings in both the drivers and the teams. TNE F1 Esports, 11 a.m. in New Zealand, 9 a.m. in Australia Eastern as well. And, well, good morning. And I hope you're having a nice brunch in New Zealand and hope you're having a nice breakfast in Australia. I know we've got a lot of fans in Australia. I know a lot of fans of me in Australia as well. It's incredibly how much popular the channel on Twitch is, and my YouTube channel is actually as well. FNL Media, all right. Damien, Insanity, who's racing, giving the peace sign out there as well. Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Josh, your favourite corner in Canada? Oh, well, Canada is one of my favourite tracks. I've said this before on broadcast. I love Montreal. It is so aggressive. It's so good to fight with as well. You get a lot of side-by-side action. My favourite corner, it'd have to be actually, I like turn 6 and 7. So just after you come out the sweep, you get the first really heavy braking zone where Vettel in 2011 lost it to Button. That's one of my favourite corners because you can easily slip round the outside and it becomes the inside for turn 8. And that's a good little corner to go forward. Going on to it, I do like the Champions Wall segment because I think that is, if you get it wrong there, you're in the wall no matter what you do. But it's just like, you get the excitement, you get the fizz of getting it right time after time, flicking the car in with as little loss of speed as you can. It's going well there. TN F1 Esports, got to be that wall of champions. Yeah, I do agree with you there, I just said. Christian Rosas, time to sleep here in Malta. It's 11 p.m. Well, I know someone who went over to Malta a couple of years ago. I was due to go over there as well before the COVID pandemic hit because it was supposed to be something we're doing at our university back in last year actually would have been now. That we were supposed to go over there to watch TV standards being made over there. So I'm dreaded we couldn't go over there. So Malta, lovely place as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, they shot some Game of Thrones there. So hopefully that's going to be an interesting one. Going forward, I'd actually tell you a different story because I've just said about the Game of Thrones. Where was I 2 years ago this week? I was at pre-season testing in Barcelona, Spain, and it is really an interesting one because I went to Girona where they shot Game of Thrones as well, and I walked up the side of one of the castles that they got there. And I was like, oh my God, I was just watching Game of Thrones going all around as well. It was unbelievable. Are you doing this all by yourself? No, I've got a whole host of directors around me who will be shouting in my ear at one point, but I'm literally having to monologue because we haven't got all the drivers ready at the moment. We've got 17 of the 18 in the lobby that we need, so one driver missing at the moment, and no one's readied up to signal the ready up, to which we would go into the usual proceedings, so I'm having to monologue a little bit. 11 p.m. Sleepy time. Yeah, I know what you mean. We've had to pull some late nights over the past couple of days as well because on my YouTube channel, Joshua Birch, motorsport journalist, we covered the Formula E races. So a lot of late nights there. But TNE Esports, I realised. Is it you not in the lobby? What is it? Come on, come on. Is it your driver not in the lobby? No, I can see Honda M1 now, but is the second Williams in the lobby? I'm not too sure. We'll keep an eye on that. But as soon as we get the ready up signal, we'll go on. And hopefully next week as well, when we get some interviews on and some cast, it won't be so dull. That's great. Good luck to you and your team. Oh, am I racing? I'm not racing. But we have got some BBB members racing in today. Benny Callak in the Mercedes racing out there. And I think Mohamed Utas as well. They're sponsoring the BBB League in this one. But I'm doing all the commentary as well. And TNE Esports, he says, I need to change the Twitch name since TN F1 was my old account name. I see. So we're all getting ready to go. 2 drivers have readied up. As soon as we get the countdown, we can go into the procedure of having the 18-minute qualifying session. WCR is having a 1 missed. I think we've got 1 missed going forward. So WCR have 1 car missing. The McLaren Alpha has a reserve driver in. Let's get ready then. Let's get ready to rumble for qualifying. After a successful launch a week ago in Austria, the BBB Champions League moves over to Montreal, Canada. It's clear, it's sunny at the moment, and boy do we need it, because around this man-made island of 14 turns, 2.710 miles, 4.631 kilometers, on a man-made island, the Ile Notre Dame as well, lies a beautiful racetrack around the casino in the centre. We've seen our fair share of drama. TNE Honda M1 took victory a week ago. He leads in the TNE from GSP after a double with F1 Linus and Desepsky as well. Shabby 2K in the WCR McLaren running down the order. The last point going to the WCRs with Dylan as well. Mohamed Utas and Benny Kalak on the BBB front still have got to get some points on the board. And a reminder, the 2 Renault seats are up for grabs. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, it's GSP who are leading the way, 33 points to TNE on 27, FE have 14, PLR the same, WCR McLaren have 13, no points for BBB, MFR, TRL and Velocity. And come and join us with Renault. And the green light is on and qualifying is underway. 18 minutes ahead of us. Nobody in a hurry at the moment to go out onto the track. That is a surprise to me. I was thinking, are we going to see anybody deciding to venture out? We'll use this opportunity to bring up all the graphics that you need for this session, as well as the tyres located. We have cars exiting the pit lane. Seymour Copan joins in. I think he's here to have a watch along of what we're going on with his own camera angles. Who's first out of the pit lane then? Cam is on the mediums. Well, we've got cars heading out, but nobody out here. Faxland in second place at the moment. Here's Benny Kalak in the BMW, in the BBB McLaren Mercedes, I should go, going out there. All in a muddle as he heads out onto the track. Honda M1 representing TNE at the top at the moment. So everyone at the moment just sliding around what they need to do. Everyone keeping calm, carrying on. They all know they have pressure and they have time. Now remember, as I was told you just before we came on air, Alpha have a reserve driver in. So Alpha has, I think, Passassin coming in there, and Equazar as well. So Alpha have a reserve driver. In the chat, we can see Ryan saying, good luck MFR. Solo clutch, go Andrew. BBB, let's go BBB from Seymour. Andrew to bring it home today. Get in there, GSP. Berkman says BBB. NFL Media, Warex. Solo clutch again, saying Andrew, bring this one home. That TNE logo is lit. Go Benny from Berkman. Ali Turgut Mohammed to go for it as well. Simon Erbian from Berkman Twitch as well. All coming in, all ready to go. 15 minutes left. Honda M1 coming into the pit lane regardless of not doing a timed lap. So we'll change over to Benny Kalak, who already, according to that monitor, has lost a lap time. Is that the correct? Yes. Benny Kalak on his first run has already lost a lap time. That's not good at all. So who's our next driver on the line? It looks to be Shabby 2K at the moment. We're riding on board with him now. Through turn 8 and 9, down towards the hairpin section. I think I mentioned this in a broadcast a couple of weeks ago, that this was the old last corner before we had the pit straight moved. This was back in the 1970s and the 1980s as well. This was the original start line. There's a building just to the right of your picture. That was the old pit building in the command tower in the background. That's where Murray Walker, James Hunt used to commentate from for the BBC. Everyone just going into the pit lane straight away. Everyone's having their lap times deleted as well. Let's have a look then further back and look at Damien Insanity. Second sector was at 19 seconds, so it's looking okay so far. So Gwyneth goes top, 1:11.522. No, Chris Narose. The Hazard goes top now on a 1:09.193. One lap complete for them. Yellow flags added every single sector so far. That is to be expected as drivers courteously get out of the way of each other. But this is champions of champions, so there's no love lost between them all. They really want to go for it, and nobody wants to be given the short straw going into this one. Everyone keeping calm. Everyone now just keeping a lap together. Damien Insanity goes top That was what we were predicting. He was fast in Austria. He's fast again here, 108.057. Not a bad time. Don't forget, we'll also have the audio up lap, so you'll get to experience what it's like on board one of these cars with enhanced audio features. A warning if you're on earphones, though, it gets mighty, mighty loud. Cars heading out there. F1 Linus, top 107.996. I think that's faster than what we've seen previously in actual Formula 1 times. That is insane, but he's lost this lap time. Let's have a look further down the order. Benny Callaghan goes 6th. Callaghan goes to 6th. Let's have a look at Giuseppe. GSP Racing leading in the moment in the Constructors' Championship. Apologies, by the way, if I'm butchering these leads. I will get them as ASAP. And Giuseppe goes into 3rd place. So the top in the Constructors' Championship, top of the board at the moment as well. They're really going for it, aren't they? Is this a dominant league? Well, win the Constructors, yes. Win the Drivers, a different league. That could be some form of controversy. I have the correct information up now in my commentary box. As cars now begin to venture out, some trying the mediums, some trying the softs. Let's have a look at what Faxland is doing in the Haas car at the moment. GSP is smoking you in the Constructors, though. Yep. Already some chat going on there as well at the moment. Andrew Lee is our national top tier. Can do 6s. Let's see what he can do then. We have the league open. Berkman saying, haha. Cars to the line. And Faxland goes 4th on a 108.477. Time still there. We've got time. Cars now sliding through. Me being a genius, realizing I have 2 monitors at my disposal, not just one. And as everyone now slowly progresses back to the pit lane, let's take a look at Shabby, who completes a lap time in the McLaren, goes 2nd, a 107.999. So that McLaren, quite quick for the WCR. Runs to P2. Now, as I said, Alfa Romeo in the PLR have a reserve driver. Now, Passassin was racing last weekend, Vapor Passassin. So it must be a Quasar who is the reserve. Josh, favourite Canadian Grand Prix of all time? 2011. I know that's a cliche one, but 2011, for me, one of the best races ever. Everything happened that day, including I myself. Even though it was 2011, I was aged 12 at the time. I still had to commentate. I was commentating from age of 2, remember? So this was me aged 12, having to stand in what at the time was not the commentary box in here, but at the time was my front room. I had to commentate for 4 hours. Let's just say that that's really where dragging the parent involved in of Ian Birch, who does my dad, who does the commentary with me on the YouTube channel Formula 1 Watch-Alongs. That's where he first got involved because it was too long. Actually, I think Megan got involved that day as well, so it already started around Canada. So Canada 2011 has a lot of special places in my heart. It's where Megan and Dad, as Ian Birch, for those of you who watch the Joshua Birch Motorsport Journalist YouTube pages, who commentates there, that's where they all joined the circus of commentating. So, yeah, Canada 2011 to answer your question. Enjoy the stream. Subscribe for free with your Amazon Prime. And subscribe for BBB Racing 1. I completely went there because I was thinking about Canada 2011 and it had BBC 1 in those days. So that's completely off the top of my head there. TNE will be his next preflex, calling it. Let's just see what happens there. That's for Persassin, has more PSN changes than Hamilton's world titles. Yes, he does. He changed that a lot in those days as well. He Quasar into the last two corners. Let's see if he can finally string a lap time together. It's been looking good as well. I've been rambling about the old days. Quasar goes to 10th, the 109.739. And he was quite quick as well in the PLR series we covered last season. He was quite quick, so we'll keep an eye on him going into it. Let's take a look at Persassin, because we've been hearing so much about him in the group chat as well. What about the race weather? Well, it looks to be dry as far as I know, but we'll keep an eye out. It'll be a whitewash, believe me. You don't want him representing LR. What is this all about? That's for TNE, it'll be a whitewash. What about, keep it going further down. Yep, I've got it all. I've catched up now, catched up. Who's out on the circuit right now? It's difficult to tell in this part. Let's have a look at F1 Linus. Lost a lap time, and he's on one set, so that was his run there. That was completely his run for a lap time. Damien Insanity on a lap. And I think this is as good a one as any to go audio up. Romeo Insanity stays there down in third place, but that was what I was talking to you about further back as well. With the way you can attack the last corner, and what a tow as well. I think Warrex, the teammate there, was sort of just towing him around as well. I think our admin even agrees on the Twitter chat as well. He was just dragging him around, and the last corner completely a slipstream slingshot effect. Beautiful circuit this. Every time we race here in Formula 1, it gives us something exciting. I've got many a favourite Canadian Grand Prix, not just 2011. I've just been asked as well. I think 2005's race was good. 2006 was okay. 7 was good, but dramatic, as we all remember. 8 was good. 10 was good. 11. I think the run from 5 to 11 was actually quite a good run. Because we didn't race here in 2010. Criminal. Sorry, 2009. Criminal, that was. Criminal. A world championship that only took part on 4 continents that year. Then again, 2020 only took part on 2. So, who am I talking about? Damien Insanity backing out of that one. Lost a lap time. Let's have a look at Faxland, who's running on back on top. F1 Linus as well is going for another one. He's coming into the pit lane, Faxland. So let's take a look at the top dog at the moment, F1 Linus. And Shabby TK, as I said, was already up into second place. So 107.999. Watch out for him. If he's going to do another run, he might be one to watch. Interestingly enough, we haven't had the split of cars we had last time in Austria, with half the field, or nearly all the field, coming into the pit lane with around about 6 minutes to go to change and refuel. Everyone pretty much going for it for one. So, big wiggle coming out of the bus stop chicane there and into the Wall of Champions in the background. One of the Haas cars for TRL. Just a little kiss. F1 Linus, though, in the Racing Point for GSP. Wonderful logo, I might add, guys, as well. I've just looked on your board there. Wonderful logo with the Air Force wings with the Pirelli tyre in the middle. Top notch, that one. I like that. Just looked down and saw that. F1 Linus goes through my favourite corner. Gets into the inside of the curb. Now watch, 8th gear, drop down 4th. Get on the power mid-corner, control the slide. Don't go into the wall. We've seen many a car do that. Now the hairpin time. 8th gear. Drop down to 2nd gear. Hold the inside line as much as you can. Let the car drift at the exit just a little bit because you pick it up at the little kink as you approach the back straightaway. Open up the DRS. Now hit your overtake power as well. You're not going to need it into the last corner. You'll harvest a little bit of energy to get you down the straight. Now fly through the bus stop into the wall of champions. Just give it a little kiss as you braze along. Keep the car along the ulterior to the racing line, because if you move over to the racing line, you do lose all of the time. But F1 Linus cutting the corner for the brakes. He was giving it full beans, but it's a 107.623, and it's top dog at the moment. Improves on his own time. That's how good that is. Persassin just coming into the pit lane. Several cars now on outlaps. We'll take a look to a Quasar, who's the only one on a lap time so far, down in 16th place. We'll ride on board. Lot of exit cup though at 9, and he's lost the lap time. So that's what we were talking about with exit curbs. It's just a little bit too much. Want to find a lap to go up all with, so we can go split vision and I can talk you around it in the box. TNE Esports. Oh wow! If he did that in our league, that would be an immediate qualifying ban for the next race. Cutting corners to gain advantages. It's a big no-no with us. Lol. He is insane, Ali Turgan says as well. Well, yeah, seems to be. Cars coming into the pit lane. Let's have a look at the Hazard. Now, just coming into the last few corners, you can really see how much it's going to be aggressive coming into the hairpin as well. Watch the steering wheel. Watch the steering wheel, look. Going to drop down into second gear, I should say. He's dropped all the way down to 1, but now watch. Is he going to... Yes, look, full power mode. Turns on the ERS battery power as well. And he's now just going to launch it with the DRS all the way down the back straightaway and just keep it going. Ribosome. Hello, Ribosome. Follows me over from the YouTube channel as well. Lies into the wall at the exit. Keeps on going towards the line and bang into the wall. And still 13th overall. That was a good... Oh, lock up on the front there as well. Gotta love the traction control. Yeah, you do. Shabby's on a time. Shabby's P2 at the moment. 107.999 is his time. He's 3 seconds off, though, in the second sector. He has gone big off somewhere. Flies it through. Into the hairpin. Oh, he's lost the lap time. Well, he's 3 seconds off anyway, but so it doesn't really matter that much, but he has lost the time. So he's going to have a lot of difference. Yeah, it's the same Ribosome. Hello. Going on then, coming into the last minute. For those who don't know, Ribosome is like #1 fan on my YouTube channel. Absolutely fantastic to have him along at nearly every live. Wonderful to see here too. And into the pit lane. So, who's going to go forward? Here's Damien Insanity. Josh, give us more onboard cam, please. You got it, mates! Out goes Mohamed Utas with 37 seconds to go. I don't know who this is, but this isn't Josh. This is somebody else. Not me. Not me. I did not do that. That was not a curse of the commentator moment. Out goes Shabby 2K as well. As the session comes to a close. Is F1 Linus going to get across the line? He's lost a lap. He's about, what, 9 seconds back. He's not going to get there either. I think yeah, they're all saying the silence. Yeah, I think you know why. Okay. Checkered flag is out. Benny Kalak has said that's enough. F1 Linus didn't make it to the line, so he will start on pole position if he does. And who's now? Damio Insanity is looking okay, but did he get caught up in the mess? Well, that's Damio Insanity. Mohamed Utas out of it as well, so I don't know. That's just me just rubbing it in as well. Desepsky doesn't improve on a time, stays in 4th. Persassin is on a time and might improve up the board. TNE Sport brushing off pro. Our main commentator is notorious for delivering commentators' curses. It happens to me more than most, believe it. If you watch on the YouTube channel as well, which is my name and Motorsport Journalist and Joshua Birch, Motorsport Journalist, you will see just how much I curse drivers and deliver the commentator's curse. It's unbelievable, but it's fun. And I do apologise, Damien. I do really apologise. He's made it to the line, though. What a trooper. Warwick's Rage has gone into 4th place. We're watching Assassin come down the back straight away, trying to go for it. Rage going strong this lap. You're right. He's going to 4th place. Jumped up the order. 108.061. Little Wiener doesn't improve. And into the pit lane comes Assassin. Honda M1 in as well. And I think with Chris Nuez not improving on the order, I think we have our qualifying group. Yes, I think we do. I think that's it. Who's going to the line? Desepsky, but I don't think he was on a time. We'll keep an eye out. No, he wasn't. So, game over. F1 Linus for GSP Racing Point has taken pole position from Shabby 2K in the WCR McLaren. Romeo Insanity runs 3rd in the Alpha Tauri FE. And that, I apologise for delivering the commentator's curse. Did the same really to Alex Lynn yesterday, if I'm honest with him. We wondered about the crash with Sam Bird, and it happened again. Cars continue to cross the line, though, but they've already circulated, so we'll wait the 50 seconds to go in. Who's next? Warwick's Rage as well for FE in 4th. Jasepsky for GSP in 5th. Vapor Assassin for the guest spot in Alfa Romeo. The reserve for PLR goes down the order. Honda M1 for TNE, 7th. In the Haas of TRL, Faxland goes 8th. Cam in the Williams, who's TNE. And then Bossman Pickle in the Haas, that's also TRL. The 2 BBB guys, Benny Calac and Mamadou Das, 11th and 12th. My guess for the podium from Berkman, well, I'm going to go with GSP's 1-2. F1 Linus and Desepsky 1-2. I think they've got it in them. I think it's going to be between Shabby 2K in the McLaren and the 2 Alpha Tauris to really get going in there and really punch up the board. Qualifying concludes. And we wait now for the race. I'll tell you what, though, I'm already going to guess it. I've heard nothing in my ear from the director, but I know at the end of this broadcast, that commentator's cursed bit is going to be clipped. And there's just going to be a gif of me going like that and see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Yeah. So, we're getting ready for the start. Reminder, it is a 5 red light procedure straight away. No formation like this week. We're looking at introducing that next week. As well, we had a few technical glitches last time when we tried them, so we took that out, and hopefully now that they look stable, we're going to add them back in again. What is GSP? A team name? No, GSP is the league and that Racing Point are racing with. Their drivers are racing from GSP, and they're racing the Racing Point. So, 15 seconds to go. This is going to be a good one. Round 2 of the BBB Champion Series is about to get underway. And the clicker clicking down never could resist a ticking clock. Here we go, folks. And round 2 is underway! Good start from F1 Linus. Shabby 2K's got a good run, but immediately Damien Insanity forces his way to the inside, and it's hammered immediately! Round goes Damien in the middle of the pack, and that's going to surely cause more drama than it's worth. Surely a safety car. Faxland involved in that one as well. Virtual safety car deployed, just like in race 1. And Chris Narazza's gets a 5-second penalty. He hit Benny Calac. And Damien Insanity now right at the back of the field. Half of the pack probably with damage. Yes, look, few front wing end plates knocked off as well. Oh dear. Shabby start. But Shabby second, so he actually kept his advantage off the grid. Damien Insanity had some insanity at turn 1 and just decided to fully launch it. Virtual safety car still out. Not gone green yet. Let's open up the graphics while we have this sort of mini break in the race. Berkman saying, Damien Insanity, you go. What the hell? Damn. Yeah. Green flag racing once again at the end of lap 1. Now look at the pit stop strategy as well. Lap 9 to 12 for softs to softs, and then 19 to 21 for the mediums. 8 to 12 if you want to change the mediums going forward as well. Mohamed Utaz into the pit lane. Same as Cam, Benny Callach in 2. So the 2 BBB guys being a bit biased here, but our own league guys in the Mercedes involved in that pit stop drama. Sir Quineth as well in the Red Bull having drama for the MFR into the pit lane. Cam as well. And oh, this is going to get worse before it gets better. This is the lead though. Once again, F1 Linus at the front of a pack before the drama. Yellow second sector. Something's happened midfield. It's Sepsky. To Sepsky, what's happened? He's in the wall. Sepsky's in the wall. Is he going to get going again? Yes, but damage to the front wing. Brought out the yellow flag. I think he got a little bit too wide. Coming out of turn 7 and just concertinaed into him. Everybody. Well, this is turning up for the books, isn't it? There goes my podium predictor. Anyone want the commentator job on BBB Racing for this league? Because you might not curse people as much as I have been. Romeo Insanity holding back from Chris Nuaz. Chris Nuaz has got a run on him in the Ferrari at the moment, and Damien's forcing him into the go for the high side. Faxland gets a penalty, but a good move around the outside from Chris Nuaz. Romeo Insanity back into the pit lane. Faxland coming in as well. And into the pit lane also comes Desepsky. Don't tell me there was more drama there. If the time was better for it, I would join you. I am the commentator curse. That's TNE Esports. Yes. It's what was it? Did you say it was 11 o'clock your time? Yeah, change of front wing going on at the front. Let's take a look at the F1 Linus and open up as well the detail. There's your change of position so far to Honda. M1 for the TNE guys, up 4 places. Is he going to... Yeah, look, Gibson as well saying knock, knock, it's Honda. He's in 3rd place, a tremendous start. Passatin's up 2, up 5 places. Bossman Pickle in the Haas car for TRL. That was a tremendously. Up 6 places for Little Weeder in the Ferrari. The Hazards up 7 for Red Bull as well. And Red Bull in the MFR, they look quite strong. Up 6 places for Chris Noaz, but he has a penalty to consider on later on going in the race. Damio Insanity down 14 places, down 10 for Desepsky. So Quineth actually up 1 place from where he started, and he's been to pit road today. As you can see, here's opened up the tyres now as well. Sepsky come back. Germany as well, that's our stop. Sepsky, you can do it. Yep, Desepsky is down in 15th place because now Damien's dropped down to 17th place. I think he's just exited the pit lane. He's been passed by Sir Quineth as well. Bossman and Foxland, let's go. That's from Jamie Robertson. And the Hazard gets a 3-second time penalty as we ride on board. But I think one of the coolest cameras at the front there. And the stewards are investigating the lap 1 incident. So stewards are investigating the lap 1 incident. That's what's just come up on the computer, on the live chat as well. So stewards investigating turn 1 for Damio Insanity. And I think that's right, actually, because it was just a dive bomb effort. Battle going on mid-fire of the pack, but with the DRS on now on lap 4, Shabby is going to try and have a go. He went too far back, but 6/10 it's a Vettel-Button situation, and it's even a McLaren for Shabby. And Vettel's now driving for the pink car, so... that, I stand by that. Bossman Pickle, 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Into the pit lane comes Little Weirder as well. The Hazard goes through. Benny Callach gets a 3-second time penalty. Let's look further down the order as cars seem to be getting a little bit of position. Let's have a look. Warx Rage is closing in on Bossman Pickle. So this is the Racing Point. This is the Alpha Tauri for FE, going with Bossman Pickle in the Haas for TRL. And looking at that, Mitch OP Twitch, Rage is driving with damage. Oh dear. As Chris Nuez gets another 3-second time penalty. So look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars already with penalty out of the 17. And at the front, where the main battle seems to be today, Shabby 2K's having a run. We're running on board with him now. Down the old pitch straight. Look how much ERS he's having to use as well. So Quinnis gets a penalty. F1 Linus looks to be a sitting duck. Coming into the braking zone. Shabby thinks better of it, of course, from throwing up the inside towards the champion's wall. And is he going to go for a move into turn 1? I would. If I was him, I absolutely would go for a move at turn 1. F1 Linus leaving the door open at the exit. Whoa, a spit slide. TNE says, I do believe that Canada is not a great track Honda enjoys much. Or was that Cam? It was which one of them? Lol. That's what he says in the group chat. So Quineth down in 17th place now. Damio Insanity closing in on Quasar. Love that off-board camera angle. That's a wonderful view. Everyone now just keeping it together. Just love the sound of the engines, regardless where they are. Big lock-up from Shabby on the inside left there. Yellow sector 2. Quasar with a penalty. And Chris Nuaz. Let's take a look. Yes, it was. Chris was in trouble there. Brought out a yellow flag. Has he got damage to the front wing? I'm waiting for an off-board camera angle. Yes, look. Left-hand side of the car is damaged. Left-hand side of the car damaged. Back to the battle for the lead as we start lap 7 of 35. And F1 Linus and Shabby, the closest on the track so far in terms of position. Because if you look, oh, yellow safety car! Safety car called, and Sir Quineth is out of the race. He's binned it, actually. Where is he? He's on the other half of the track into the wall. He Quasar down to 17th. So safety car deployed on lap 7. So the after-race stewards' inquiries for these races, because I'd imagine that Damesky Anxiety would be on the chopping block. That's from TNE Esports. Have to wait to see what the stewards call, I'm afraid, on that one. There is the car. Front wheel off of Sir Quineth. He's just gone straight into the wall, hasn't he? Was that a deliberate call for a safety car, or did he lose it into the wall? So, hopefully in the future as well, with the advent of PlayStation 5, you have a microphone inside the controller. Hopefully, if we can get it working, we can speak to the drivers live on the racetrack as well and get their interpretation of it. Now, this is what I thought was going to happen while we stuck at the front. Pit stop time for everyone on the soft tyres. You may as well. It's going to help you. F1 Linus comes in. Shabby 2K in. Honda M1 in as well. Tyres on, mediums. Yeah, good call. Passassin in. Everyone coming in. Everyone going to get those penalties off too. Let's take a look at Passassin. From soft tyres to mediums. Everyone's going to go to mediums. TNE Esports, it's not like it's going to help him and his teammate. In fact, a safety car has probably hurt his chances, yeah. That was some War X Rage, who's down in 7th place now, who has pitted. Benny Callagh puts on the softs. That's an alternate strategy going on. Pit window now open. Lap 8 to 12 for the mediums, so you've changed your tune there. Linus does really slow restarts. Thanks to the tip there from As Top ITV, I believe that was. So now we wait to see what's going to happen at the front. Let's watch this. The safety cars bunched up the field. It's lap 8 of 35, and the safety car is deployed. If you are just joining us, Sir Quineth, who is racing in the Red Bull for the MFR League, has crashed out and has brought out the safety car. The hazard, now his teammate running in 3rd place at the moment, hasn't helped him out because of the 7-lap tyres he's now on and has missed the opportunity to pit. Bergman saying, good call, Benny. Yeah, I agree. Watch out for Benny Callagh, running in 7th at the moment for the BBB team. He's put the only driver to put on softs. Everyone else gone to new mediums. Look out for Chris Nuaz and Faxland as well. They've put on hard compound tyre. They can go later into this race. And now we all wait, as Sir Quineth has now left the race entirely. Not sure if the stewards are investigating that one. But it was an interesting. I think he just lost it into the wall, to be fair. Look at that angle as well. It's like he tried to get back on the track and maybe hit the wall at the exit. So yeah, I want to hear what he has to say though, going forward with it. Lap 9 of 35, F1 Linus leads, and this is looking better and better for GSP. They lead the Constructors' Championship, remember. 33 points. This is where, of course, Sebastian Vettel lost the race in 2011 to Jenson Button. Martin Brundle, his most famous words, what was it? He got loose, got it on the tyres. Button leads the Grand Prix. Turned in too late, got the tyres. Button leads the Grand Prix. That's what he said. Just come back to me. Of course, that's more famous as well because obviously he did it live, but it's more, I know it as well, and I was commentating at the time. I think what I actually said was Vettel's lost it, Button goes through. And then Button wins that race in 2011. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Safety car in this lap. We were told by Astop LTV that F1 Linus really slows down and restarts, and he's doing it now. Look, he's doing a Barrichello back in Brazil in 2003, bunching the field up. He's doing what Valtteri Bottas did at Mugello, backing them all up, waiting. Let's ride on board. Look at all this. He's got them almost going 2 by 2. It looks more like an IndyCar restart here at Montreal on the circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Shabby's waiting to go. Oh, and he's got a penalty. Cam gets a penalty for hitting Weeder as well. Now F1 Liners hits the gas coming into the last corner, 13 and 14, and the race is restarted here at Montreal. Shabby 2K has got a bad restart as well, but a great restart from F1 Liners as we come into turn 1 for the first time. All green going back. You forgot that the fact that Button killed Hamilton that race. Oh, that's a dodgy attack. Yeah, that's a TNE Sports. Yeah, I was getting to that, but the safety car came in. Button nerved Hamilton into the pit wall. Button, of course, knew Hamilton was there. He just didn't know the pit wall was as close as he thought it was. And then that was a bang on lap 9. The red flag came out lap 24. 2 hours later, we restarted what was effectively a different race. Chris Newhouse gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Honda M1's in trouble! Honda M1 is in trouble. He's in the midfield of a pack. 4 abreast coming into turn 9. He's having to hold off Warwick's Rage. Warwick's Rage goes through, but he's got damage on the front. And Honda M1 went wide, coming out of turn 7. Now it's an absolute free-for-all in the midfield. Oh, he's got it locked up big time. And Warwick's wisely takes avoiding action. Desepsky's back up to 9th. He's come back into this battle. This is going all the way from Besasin in 4th place. Besasin has got like a second gap. And then it's Benny Kalek, Bossman Pickle, Warx Rage, TNE, Honda M1, Desepsky, Cam, Little Weeder, Quasar, and even throwing in Damien Insanity right in the back of the picture. And Mohamed Utas. Utas is in there as well. And Utas is under pressure. Damien Insanity launched to the inside further back. Did he get through on Quasar? Yes, he did. Damien Insanity to 12th place. Benny Kalak with a 3-second penalty. And that's why he cut the corner. He did a Vettel. And Warx Rage looking to the inside. Touches the back and gets spun round. Oh, he manages to save it, but loses positions to Desepsky and Cam. And now, Shawnee going to lose that to his teammate of Damien as well. Yellow at the second sector. Someone's off. It's Faxland. Faxland's in the wall. And that might cause another safety car if it's permanent. Sector 2 and 3, yellow. Faxland in trouble. Warx managed to save that spin, but got tipped up, didn't he? By Pickle and Kalak up there as well. Wow. Battle now brewing in the midfield. Change for the lead, Cuppy coming in the front. Honda M1 starting his fight back to the inside. Meantime, further back, all sorts of chaos happening. We stick with Honda M1 though. Leader in the Drivers' Championship. Looking to the inside to turn 1. No, thinks better of it. Oh, Kalak gets wide. Wow, Kalak getting very wide out there. Both Alpha Tauris beginning a little aggressive in their overtakes. That's from TNE Esports. Yep. I think Benny Kalak's having disconnection problems. You can see he's having trouble out there. Look at the gap of cars behind. This is a proper fight of the champions now. Race on in Montreal. And Little Weed has dropped down the order. He too has had a problem coming out of turn 11. He's dropped down now to 14th place. Here comes Honda again. Now can he get Desepsky and Bossman Pickle? Benny Callaghan goes to defend. Bossman goes to the inside, gets through the chicane. They're going to be the wall for sure. Benny cuts the corner, as did Desepsky. How did no one end up in the wall of champions? Benny's really up there. Benny's angry now. He's ghosting as well. That's not allowed, so he's having disconnection issues. Bossman Pickle's coming through. Yeah, Benny's having disconnect issues. That's the only reason you ghost. Ghosting's turned off. So Benny's having connection issues. He's weaving all over the map, probably not of his own accord. And that's going to give a problem to Honda to try and get through. How do you overtake a car that's glitching? TNE saying, careful, Andrew. The battle at the front, we're still watching. Linus is up there. He's a second behind. He's second in front, sorry, Shabby. Meantime, look at that move on the inside from Warrex on Desepsky. Desepsky punches the back and spins, half spins Honda M1 in the hairpin. And that allows Warrex back through. Warrex just says, thank you very much, and takes 3 cars. Well, that's going to destroy the rear tyres of Honda as well. And he's coming back now to the inside of Warrex into the chicane. Careful, boys, careful. You can get snappy there. Everyone's being a little dirty today. And a move at turn 1. That was Romeo Insanity trying to force its way through, and Honda M1 now is caught in between that FE League battle with the 2 Alpha Tauris. Linus is clean, yet he's got 1 second ahead of Shabby, so he's checked out of the front. Yeah, he's got no damage and no penalties. So has Shabby. Them 2 running penalty free. Their race is getting interesting. I think, I'm going to have to get the battle ready to cut back if they have an overtake, because they're coming down the straightaway. But Shabby's just second behind, so won't have DRS. Meantime, these guys do, and it's all hell. Wow. Meatloaf. Anybody? Come on, punch through, punch through, punch through, punch through. Yellow second sector. Who is it? It's one of the Ferraris. That might bring out a safety car if he's stopped at the same part as Sir Gwyneth. And Bossman Pickle has passed the hazard. There it was, coming into the chicane. Green flag, back to racing. Quasar was in trouble. Yeah, Meatloaf's song. It's all coming back to me now, Meatloaf's song. Oh, side-by-side drama at the front as well. That's Benny Callaghan, I think, having a bit of problems with Warrex. Benny Callaghan goes through. No, Warrex goes through. Callaghan gets dropped back. Did Honda get through? No, Callaghan's holding out aggressively at the front. Meantime, Romeo Insanity and Desepsky, the 2 cars trying to join this little party. They've left Mohamed Utas now by 2 seconds. Oh, and into the wall goes Warrex. The hazard puts Warrex into the wall. And now Benny Callaghan throws it up the inside and makes contact and hits off. And off goes Benny Callaghan. And Honda M1 gets through that somehow without any damage. And that is going to have to be a black flag. Surely, as Romeo Insanity gets spun round again, but he was trying to take off Honda M1. Surely, that is front wing damage for Honda M1, surely. Benny Callaghan off into the wall, down to 12th place. And I think coming into the pit lane comes the Hazard. The Hazard who looked to me to put Warrex into the wall. Well, did Warrex touch him, though, to put him into the wall? Wow, there's only a little bit of front wing damage on Honda M1, just a little bit. Well, what is that Williams made of? What is it? Is that made from the same stuff that makes Vision in the Marvel Universe? Wow! Just wow! This is what we get with Champions Racing. The Hazard is a joke that says Seymour. Poor Honda's trying to be chasing for the leaders. He's been smashed around like a pinball. And some TNE. I don't think the FE guys are going to be too happy about today, that's for sure. Driving 15 rounds, same tyres as hitting Benny, yeah. Wow. It's crazy. I love these races. Let's get these onto YouTube. Race 1's still on. Let's get that on. Let's get these onto YouTube. Wow, what racing this is. And there's still a lot because it's Warx now in 5th place as Bossman Pickle goes forward. He's sort of checked out. He's got 2 seconds at the front. Honda M1, if I can get my words out correctly. TNE Honda M1 is now challenging with the front there. That Williams is an absolute unit. Yeah, it's built to last, isn't it? That's strong British workmanship for you. And he's quick as well. He's only 3/10 off. And look, I don't think... Hang on a second. I think I'm very much mistaken. He's running over a bit of debris there. I don't think there's a single bit of damage on that Williams. There isn't. Not one end plate is missing. Look at that. Front wing, it's perfect. I have made a mistake. From what I thought he had a little bit of damage, he's had none. Honda M1, no damage, despite being thrown around more times than a Mario Kart blue shell. Wow! And now he's going to go for a move on Warx. Not going to go through there. Pro League Racing, that's reduced damage rate. Yeah, but come on, that was ridiculous. We had damage for Benny. If you smash hard enough, Cody's don't register it. That's a good point. The Code of the Masters game doesn't register it. Built like a rock from Solo Clutch. Come on, Sepsky. That's from Astopper ITV. I'm probably saying your name wrong. I do apologise. Honda, you absolute legends from Gibson. He's P6 at the moment. And this is where the battle is now in the midfield. Benny Callach is into the pit lane. Faxland goes up into 12th place. Little Weeder goes into 13th as well. Callach's dropped down to 14th place. I would turn Comcam on to see you, so you can see me running around the commentary box, but unfortunately you just see my torso because I'm stood up with excitement. I am bumping and bawling around the commentary box. I'm like a kid waiting for Christmas. Honda M1 slowly going through there. TNE Esports saying, we're taking commissions for our special front wings. Yeah, TNE, what have you guys got? I want to know. Astopple TV, thank you so much for correcting me on that because I couldn't see it. It comes up green on my monitor and all together. So it's Astopple TV. Astopple TV, thank you. I'll pronounce that. I'll memorize that. Astopple TV. Iron. TNE says their front wing's made of iron. And let's cut away from this battle at the moment to take a look back at the front. Bozeman Pickle gets a 3-second penalty, so that puts him on a sort of level playing field with Possassin. But as it's calmed down in the midfield for now, we'll keep an eye on that, don't worry. Oh, that's a Ferrari round at the hairpin. That must be Chris Narazzo, and it is. Going for a little bit of a 360. It might weigh him down a bit, but it keeps him on track. That's from TNE. Seymour says Benny really frustrated after that crash. And of course, Seymour Copan, the teammate to Benny in the BBB League that's on tomorrow night at, I think, a bit earlier, 7:30 UK time. Stoppel saying absolute world-class commentary. Thank you very much. As out of the race finally goes Chris Narazzo. He had damage to the car for sure. He's coming to the pit lane to retire, so that shouldn't trigger a virtual safety car or full safety car. It should just stay as a local yellow. Warx has passed Pickle. Why? Oh, Honda M1 into the pit lane. The same as Bossman Pickle and Desepsky. They've all come into the pit lane now on lap 20 of 35. Now, 15 laps, medium tyres would be a good call. Yes, it is mediums, so they're going to mediums. And there was damage to the front wing there of Honda M1 because it's being replaced. I didn't think there was. Didn't look like there was damage, but obviously on the car graphic of Honda M1, he can sense the damage, so he's dropped down the order now to 12th. But we're into the time where we're going to see more cars coming into the pit lane for their second stops. So the grid reordering itself. We'll cut back to the front. No, we're not. We're going to cut down to Mohamed Utas, having a little bit of a battle. Fabulous camera there. Little Weeder gets another 3-second time penalty. But Cam 5252 at the back. The team... Yeah, the other Williams, the second Williams for TNE, and Chris Narazzo has left the session. What is happening in this race? Oh my God, says NFL Media. Yeah, what is happening in this race? Unbelievable scenes. This is what happens when you get 9 of the best leagues together and put them on the same track and go racing. Basically, it's the All-Stars race from NASCAR. It's All-Stars. Anything can happen. Shabby is still holding up behind F1 Linus. Now these two running penalty-free. Cam's into the pit lane, so that promotes TNE Honda M1, our championship leader, up into 10th place. Benny Callaghan is down to 14th at the moment for BBB on the local side. As I said, he's really frustrated after that accident. Mohamed Dutas running in 5th place. Highest so far for the BBB team after scoring 0 points last time out. But it looks like GSP Racing Point going to take full honours here. Well, can the McLaren in the WCR stop them? And Velocity have only got Little Weeder now left in the race, with Chris Nuraz out of the running. The Hazard has been passed by Bossman Pickle. So Pickle Rick goes forward. The TNE Esports, hopefully Andrew can undercut the field a bit. Yeah, that should be the point. Yellow third sector. Second Ferrari, is it? Little Weeder's off at the second hairpin. That's where his teammate went off as well. So Velocity Ferrari, they're having a terrible time of it today. At 22 of 35. We've had a virtual safety car on the opening lap. We've had a safety car midway through the field. And after that second safety car, everybody just decided to go nuclear. And Desepsky closing in on Equazar. We'll cut to that battle as well, because that's the closest so far on the track. We're right on board as well. Equazar in the Alfa Romeo racing for the PLR. A little bit of a back off there. Cam gets another 3-second penalty. Here comes Desepsky now running with a penalty. 3 seconds again. As a Stoppel TV pointed out, lovely move on the inside of the hairpin though. As can he out-drag him going towards it? And Equazar drops back with a beautiful move done from Desepsky. That looks to me like tyres there. The 2-lap-old tyres for Desepsky. Equazar 20 and coming into the pit lane anyway, yeah. That seemed a bit too good to be true, that one. Red Bull nearly flying into the wall there. That was the Hazard. Now the field very much spread out as well. Benny Callaghan coming under pressure from Cam. Benny Callaghan in the 21 black Mercedes. Cam in the white Williams. Benny Callaghan racing for BBB. And Cam racing for TNE. TNE, one of our main chatters, as well as a Stoppel. And Captain 1413, Sepsky, what a move. Roberger 1, go the Hazard. He's into P9, but with a penalty, but could run smooth to the end of the race. We're now seeing Benny Callaghan slowing through that part of the track. And join us now on BBB Racing Discord. The link is in the Twitch chat now. Giving you something to, yeah, I'm keeping your ratings up. Giving you something to speak of if there's a lull in the race. Thank you. Well, there is a bit of a lull at the moment, isn't there, as we get into the second pit stop cycle. But you know this Formula E Sports, it can massively bump up in just a second. Just needs one accident and bang, it's all gone again. Mohamed Dutas pits. Cam's closing in, it's right on board with him. Now, Benny is having internet issues and he's not happy after that accident as well. So where is Cam going to try and get him? I tried the exit into turns 6 and 7, as I said earlier on. That's it, Benny goes wide. Now, get a good run, put the car to the outside. He just couldn't get alongside quick enough. He thought about it, thought it becomes the inside into turn 8. Come on, the Hazard, get some points. Go, go, go. That's from iMarshall 5. Pit stop, front two. F1 Linus puts on soft. Shabby 2K puts on soft as well. So they're now running to the end of the race as Benny Callaghan gets a little bit of a tap from the back as Cam tries to go through. Mohamed Dutas closing in, as is, guess who? Romeo Insanity. 4 now racing together, adding 5 because Quasar's coming back into the mix. No one going for another pit stop. Another penalty for Romeo Insanity, multiple warnings. And finally, a move to the outside for Cam. Benny's going to have the inside line to the braking zone. They come together, but should keep the inside line. The Williams of Cam. Benny outjags him around the outside. An impressive defence. As further back, Romeo Insanity trying to go for Mohamed Utas at a part of the track you don't usually go to. Mohamed's got the outside line, hold him round the outside, that's it, but braking a bit too late. Romeo Insanity forces Mohamed Utas off the track. Well, cheeky. That's a little weirder down in 15th. I don't know why I'm looking at him. I do, I'm pressing the wrong button. Mohamed Utas under pressure. Quasar going for a move on the inside of Romeo Insanity. Didn't get through. Stays in 12th place. Quasar to 13th. That actually looked like Damien smashed him off. He did. And look, he's going to do it again now. Side by side. Quasar going through. Damien takes the high side. Lets him through this time. Quasar to 12th. Damien's going to try and have a little bit of a run there. F1 Linus checks out at the front, by the way. Really close together now. Into turn 1. Quasar holds. And 4 seconds now F1 Linus has to Shabby. The race, I think, belonging now. I think we can all agree to F1 Linus here. Perfect time on that second pit stop in green flag conditions. Just loving hearing the cars glisten in the background as well as everyone gets going again. F1 Linus. A 109.512. New fastest lap of the race. Meantime, further forward. Was that Kalak? Oh, that's a spin. Dodgems. And Romeo Insanity gets taken out by backwards Williams of Cam. And Cam spun. Gets it going again. Hit Benny Kalak. Benny trying to hold the line. Cam went around the outside. They came together. I don't know if that was Benny's fault because we only saw the external there, but Cam came off worse and hit Romeo Insanity. To which I think the group chat cheered a little. I'm not going to say any more on that matter. There's Faxland in the middle of himself. He's 9 seconds back from his teammate, Bozeman Pickle, who's closing in on TNE Holden. Cam 5-second penalty speeding in the pit lane. Could you show the penalties? Of course. Of course. There's the penalties. We'll run through them. Vipar Passassin has 3 seconds. 6 seconds goes to Dusevsky. Bozeman Pickle has 12 seconds who we're running with now. The Hazza has 15 seconds apiece for Benny Kalak and Quasar. Romeo Insanity somehow only has 3 seconds worth. I don't know how. Little Weeder has 9 seconds and Cam has 8. So there's your penalties running at the moment. It's lap 28 of 35 in round 2 of the BBB Champions League. The Champion Series, but it sounds better when we say Champions League somehow. But the Champion Series round 2. And this is a cracker. Monza next week. Monza! Bozeman Pickle still closing in on to Honda M1. Benny Kalak and Quasar changing positions. You want to have a look? You know you want to. That's why Mohamed Utas coming through as well. And Quasar dives to the inside. Benny's not going to be happy with that one if they come together. Is Quasar doing a button? No. Quasar is racing into the middle of a BBB sandwich. And Quasar for the PLR team as a guest spot. Running together. Mohamed Utas throws it to the inside. 3 abreast, never works out. Off goes Benny Kalak. Oh no. So, 3 abreast never works out. Mohamed Utas on the outside. Quasar on the inside. Benny cut across the track. When he came back on, tagged Equazar, and Equazar went off as well. And Benny has lost part of the front wing. And Mohamed Utas should have really left in some room there as Benny comes into the pit lane angry. Let's change back to tyres as well. New front wing and everything changed over. Let's have a look at Quasar now. Damage as no, not more damage there. There's some good racing, but 3 abreast into 1 didn't work out. I apologise for the camera angle because the actual game engine there was stuck on the offboard, was stuck on board on a different angle, so I could only show quickly the onboard action because it wouldn't let me change anything else. So at least we saw the accident. We saw what happened. Got onto that annoying gearbox camera. So Mohamed Utas into the top 10 with points, but Quasar is chasing him down on that one. F1 Linus has got 3.7 seconds advantage now to Shabby in second. And Bozeman Pickle closing in on Honda M1, who's back up to 5th place. And with Giuseppe having, 15 seconds worth of penalties, is going to have up the order as well. We're going to have to change back, though, because Honda M1, the championship leader, is closing. Doing the math here, F1 Linus should take the championship lead from Honda M1. They might be level if I can get my maths right. But still, it's going to be very close here. Wide out there, that was Bozeman Pickle nearly going into the wall. Warwick's Rage is 1.44 seconds behind, so that gap's growing actually quicker and quicker. Auto Scooter could be as well. This is going to be an interesting one. Oh man, yes, holy moly, says the captain. GG says Stoppel. Some good racing here. Maybe Rocket League is an alternative for next week. TNE says, yeah, that sounds like a plan. Everyone's going Rocket League there. Honda will pass both of them on the penalties alone. Yeah, Wreckfest, says TNE. It absolutely is. Maybe Rocket League would be a fairer way for everyone. Or, no, I'll tell you what, a better idea. Get them all on Grand Theft Auto 5 and just let them shoot each other. And so whoever, after 45 minutes, got the highest kill count wins. Because these guys are going to have a lot of frustrations at the end of this race as well. It really has been crash, bang, wallop. It's better than Austria a week ago, I can tell you that now. Austria was fantastic. But Canada has taken it to a new level. And we've got Monza in Italy next week. Lap 32 at 35. F1 Linus pole position. Going to take as well. Full honours here. Brilliant fight back from Giuseppe though. He's going to finish 4th on the road if we can keep Honda behind him. But Honda will move up into 3rd. But round of applause though. Because, oh, it's saying too much too soon. Through goes Honda M1 into 4th. But still, massively well done for Giuseppe after spinning and going back. Hit the wall. He's fought back incredibly. Yellow first sector. Oh, out goes Benny Calac. He's crashed. And Benny Calac retires. And that's very unusual for Benny. Warwick's Rage has passed Pickle. Never thought I'd say that. Warwick's Rage has passed Bossman Pickle. Safety car not needed. Benny Calac's car has been recovered. And Warwick's Rage gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That's corner cutting, effectively. Well. 4 seconds the gap. Shabby to F1 Linus. F1 Linus leads this one. Warwick's Rage locks up, goes deep in the hairpin. If Bozeman Pickle was just a little bit closer, he could have sensed an opportunity to get past. Honda having some serious skills, being 4th after all he's been through. That's from Balbo CNG. Balboa. Get your glasses on, Josh. Oh! 3-second penalty for Shabby. 3-second penalty for Shabby. That shouldn't affect him too much, looking at it, with Passassi a penalty too. But now, that now means even if he gets past F1 Linus is definitely going to win. Penalty cutting there, surely, for Warx. TNE saying he's one of our top dogs in our national series. He's a front runner in our US regional series. Kimson in the 111 saying driver of the day, Honda agreed. I think we all agree there. Driver of the day goes to TNE Honda M1. Honorary should go to F1 Linus as well. He's had it easy, really. He's kept out front. But Honda M1, absolutely driver of the day. All he's been through battling. It's been unbelievable. Desepsky closing in on Honda M1 though. But, as we know, it's not going to be a fulfilling battle. A Quasar, 3 seconds. Multiple warnings. You can hear a round of applause in the background from the virtual crowd. And I tell you what, if I was sitting in the grandstand watching this, I wouldn't be clapping. I'd be screaming at the top of my lungs with appreciation until my voice was dry. Tell you what, it already is. I'm having to stop so many times for sips of water from the water bottle. It's unbelievable. I need to go lie down in a dark room with a cool compress on my head after this race is over. Go, go, go! And it's not over yet. Desepsky under pressure for Warx Rage. Where's Warx going to go for him? I don't think this race was on the cards, but the podium definitely was, even P2. Linus is such a machine. He really is. Mohamed Utasna gets a 3-second penalty. Oh, that's a nice camera angle to see. Warx sending it up the inside to Desepsky, somehow keeping alongside, and Warx goes through into 5th place. Now Desepsky cuts back in. He's got DRS as well. Will try and cut back to the inside. Can't get through. Doesn't pay off. It's the last lap of the race somehow. And I'm incredibly glad I didn't miss that, because honestly I was fixating so much on the battle. I looked at the timing monitor and it said lap 35. This race has flown by and it has been magical. I said it last week in Austria that it was one of the best esport races I have ever commentated on. This one in Canada is even better. This truly is the best one. F1 Linus now knows he's on television, is completely showboating across the line. It has been pole position every lap. Take the win. F1 Linus wins here in Canada. GSP lead the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship at the end of this race. And that is a grand slam for F1 Linus and a brilliant race winner. 2 races down, 2 different winners. And who's going to take the podium? Warx Rage has got past on the line to Honda M1, but across the line, Honda M1 finishes in 4th. Persassin gets the podium. Honda M1 finishes the race in 4th. A mighty performance from him. As my laptop decides to go night-night. Cam to 14th. It's F1 Linus on the board. What a race. F1 Linus wins. Shabby 2K 2nd. Vapor Persassin 3rd. TNE Honda M1 goes to 4th. Why did I switch the camera so late? Honestly? Just found out it was across it. That's just the first time I noticed. It was lap 35. So much battle in the midfield. Mohamed Utas gets driver of the day on the game, but I think everyone agrees driver of the day going to one man only, Honda M1. What a race! Winner! F1 Linus. Shabby on the podium, Persassin alongside. What a great race this is. Here's the results then, coming forward. F1 Linus has taken victory. Shabby 2K to 2nd. Vapor Persassin in 3rd. TNE Honda M1 does a massive fight back and gets 4th. Warx Rage to 5th. Desepsky to 6th, Bossman Pickle to 7th, Foxland to 8th, Mohammeditas 9th, and the last point going to the Hazza 09. Damio Insanity somehow finishes 11th, Equazar is 12th, Little Weeder 13th, Cam 14th, out of the race, Benny Calac, Christian Rozzo, Sir Gwyneth as well. Let's have a quick look though at the race director, because I think that's going to be fun with the incidents. Oh my goodness. They are the incidents in this race alone. I better just keep my finger on it to keep it going down, because there are so many penalties in that race alone. Absolutely insane with that penalty. Well, welcome back up to the commentary box. That is your show today. But I'm not going to be rude. We've got 3 minutes to wrap up what has been insane. Absolutely insane. Let's have an interview with GPS boys next week. Next week. Trust me, that is coming. We're not going to leave that and them hanging. What a race from F1 Laser as well. What a comeback from Sepsky from Balbunco CGN. Also, the commentary topped last week's performance as well. Well done, Josh. Thank you so much. Just stop all there. TV, thank you so much for that as well. That means a lot. Well done, Hazza from Curly. Good comms from, as old Curly said. Thank you very much. Balboa CGN says, well done, me. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. I'm not going to flatter myself, honestly. Get some comments in. Guys, I think I already know, but nice assassin for PLR P3s from Cruise Steamers. Guys, I want to know, before we go off air, who's your driver of the day? And I want to know, if, as you can see, look, Italy, next time out on the 7th of March in 1 week's time. I want to know who is your driver of the day, and I want to know your team of the day as well for overall league. To remind you, driving the Mercedes was BBB. Driving the Alpha Tauri was FE. Racing Point, the winners, was GSP. MFR was in Red Bull. PLR, Alfa Romeo. TNE Williams. TRL Haas. Velocity was Ferrari. WCR was McLaren. Can you show the standings after race 2? We can't get them done that quickly. But what I can tell you is F1 Linus now leads the championship just from TNE, where Honda M1, and GSP still leads the Constructors' Championships. We can't get those graphics sorted that quickly, but that is the running order going into it as well for the next race in Italy. So, yeah, everyone agreeing driver of the day from earlier on was there. Sepsky did an amazing fight back as well, we must point out. It was really top-notch going there. Driver of the day, Linus. Also, that's from Balboa CGN. I said that as well in the commentary. Team of the day, GSP. GSP had a good day today, but I think also driver of the day, maybe podium today, spun off. That was from Sepsky. NFL Media says rage. A stopple for me. It's Linus driver of the day because he's dominant. It's driver of the day. NFL Media driver of the day. Yeah, it really was. Linus driver of the day from Captain 1413. So everyone really agreeing with that one. Driver of the day Honda, though great job from Linus. Pure dominance from the captain saying as well. I completely agree with those two. I said it in the commentary, actually. It's quite hard to find a gap. Honda did an amazing fight back, so does Desepsky. But from pure dominance, pole position, led every lap, and took the race victory. Great job from F1 Linus there. So, that's it. Wrapping up. I'll wait a few seconds for the last comments to go through so everyone gets a chance to say anything. But thank you very much for joining us today for round 2 of the BBB Champion Series. I said 7 days ago, sat in this very chair, Austria was one of the greatest esport races I've ever commentated on. I was wrong, and for that I am deeply sorry. It's quite clearly been Montreal, Canada this weekend. Still no Monaco in the calendar? It's coming. We're going to make revisions if we get it through the panel of stewards and leagues as well. Honda was great job with all. Great job cars all around. Today's race, one of the best I've ever commentated on. Thank you so much for joining us. We have enjoyed every single minute today, all 1 hour and 30 minutes, coming up on 91 in total. It has been amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. Looking forward to Monza next week, as am I. Italy, the Temple of Speed, the Cathedral of Speed, next week. Goodbye, though. I need to go lie down. Good night.